Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to sit down and talk with you about my favorite foundations for dry skin. Now these are not full coverage foundations. A few of them are tinted moisturizers or BB creams. I have found in the last couple of years that for my skin, light to medium coverage, dewy or more of a natural finish is really what looks best on my skin. Anything that has the word matte or satin in it ends up looking so dry and heavy on my skin, and I have a fantastic glowy hydrating skincare routine for both night and day. I use glowy not SPFs. I use glowy primers, I use hydrating primers, I use glowy setting sprays. Anything that is matte or satin sucks all of the moisture out of my skin, ends up looking so heavy and cakey. Even the new ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation, if I wear it by itself, it looks so dry and heavy on my skin, and it looks fantastic on my friend. Like, she has a more normal skin type, and that foundation looks beautiful on her. On me, it looks so heavy and cakey. And like I said, I have a really good skincare routine down already, so I'm not really sure why that is. It's just the way my skin is, I guess. Alright, these are not going to be in any particular order. They are just ones that I love, and one is more of a high-end product. The rest are drugstore. I guess one is kind of like a mid-range depending on where you get it. This is the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. I have the shade 10N Fair Neutral. This is very, very light coverage, but very glowy. When I wear this, it basically just evens out my skin tone a little bit. Sometimes if I have a lot of redness on my cheeks, that will still come through. If I've got like today I've got a little acne spot right here, that would still be there. But this feels fantastic on my skin. It looks so pretty, so glowy, and it wears pretty well on me throughout the day as well. So I love this. I got this on sale at Ulta for, I think it was like 12 bucks. But I would definitely repurchase this again for full price. Next, we have the CoverGirl and Olay Advanced Radiance Foundation. I have the shade 105 Ivory. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of this already. I really like this foundation. It's a little bit more thick, a little bit more moussey, so it's a little bit more higher coverage. I would say it's about a high medium coverage. When I wear it, it covers everything up very, very well. It looks really nice on my skin. It wears beautifully. It's so pretty. There is like a weird two kinds of foundation for this one. I haven't, like in this CoverGirl and Olay Advanced Radiance line. I haven't tried the other one. This one is the Age Defying Makeup and Sunscreen with a broad SPF of 10. I don't remember what the other one is, but this is the one I recommend. And I can find this at my Walmart, at my Meijer, and I've bought it on Amazon before too. Highly recommend that one. I do want to give a quick shout out to my my discontinued CYO Long Lasting Lifeproof foundation. Man, this is probably getting old. Like, I need to probably throw it away soon, but I can't get rid of it. This was my favorite foundation for a long time. It's more full coverage. Definitely probably a little bit more full coverage than the CoverGirl one. Perfect shade match on me. Looks so nice. Great coverage. Glowy. Didn't settle into my fine lines. When I paired it with my Tatcha Silk Canvas, lasted all freaking day long. Like, it lasted really well on its own too, but when I paired it with my Tatcha Silk Canvas, my skin looked like a porcelain doll. It's so pretty. Not as glowy as my other ones, more on the like satin side, but still wore so well on my skin. It was fantastic, and I wish that that foundation would come back. This is my Misha BB cream. Misha is a Korean skincare brand. I had to look. I've got the shade at number 21 light beige. I have heard that they are possibly reformulating this and coming out with more shades. So I don't know. I have another one of the original formula on backup, but I don't know when that's happening or how the new one's going to be. But I really like this. It's got a little bit more full coverage for a BB cream. Like, I would definitely compare the coverage to like the foundation I'm wearing today, which I'll talk about in a minute. But it's really, really nice. It's a little bit more of a neutral gray tone like the CYO. The other ones I have are definitely more of like a cool neutral undertone. So they're a little bit more pinky. This is definitely looks very, very gray, but when you blend it out, at least for me, when I blend it out onto my skin, it looks beautiful and it matches me so well. It also has an SPF of 42 in it, which is really good. It just looks so good and fresh and healthy, and I love the way it wears on my skin. What I'm wearing today is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. This also has an SPF of 50 in it, which is amazing. I have the shade Beige Rose in this one. I think it's a little too dark, but it works. Like, it's not... I don't think it's noticeable, but when I first put it on, I was like, it's a little dark for the middle of January, but it's okay. So this is so good. It doesn't quite last as well as my other ones that I have, but it looks so pretty, so glowy. It makes my skin look healthy and fresh. I love it so much, and it's got, I would say, a solid medium coverage. Like, I built it up a little bit on my red, like, obviously I'm wearing blush today, but I built it up on my redness a little bit, and it covered really, really well. So definitely would highly recommend this one too. Next, I've got my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation. I tried the original and it looked like crap on my skin. The dewy one is fantastic. This is in the shade Shell Ivory. Really, really good shade match for me. This is probably, if I had to pick an absolute favorite foundation out of the ones I have, like foundation, this is probably my favorite. Like, it is so good. It's so pretty, so glowy. I am obsessed with it. It's got a really, really nice solid medium coverage. I love the packaging. I love the glass bottle. I'm thinking about maybe buying the NARS pump that they sell for their Sheer Glow foundation, because it has a paddle applicator like their other one does. It just gets a little messy, and I think if I bought the pump, that would be really nice, and I could travel easier with it. Not that we're traveling anywhere, but you know what I mean. I mean, this is just so good, and Wet n Wild is such an affordable brand. I cannot recommend this foundation enough. Like, I am obsessed with it. Last but not least, we have my holy grail. Oh, this stuff. My holy grail tinted moisturizer, the ColourPop Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer. This is a little weird. Not this. My thoughts. My thought process here. We have postponed our Disneyland trip. Not indefinitely. We're planning on shooting for 2022. I'm not really sure when in 2022. It depends on how the world is and how Disneyland is, because we really don't want to go with all of the COVID restrictions that are happening right now. So we're just kind of playing it by ear. But I will randomly, when I'm doing my makeup, I'm like, I'm going to bring that to Disney with us. Not traveling. Specifically Disney. So this is one that has been on my list since I started planning my Disney trip. I'm going to bring that to Disney with me because it wears, like, honestly, these two, unless I find something better in the next year and a half, these two are coming to Disney with me. I already have another backup of this one because I've used quite a bit of it. Like, it is getting low, my friends. I have the shade Fair 4N in this one. It is beautiful. It is so skin-like and natural and glowy, and it's got such good coverage for a tinted moisturizer. It is higher coverage than the Tarte one. Not quite as high as the Missha BB cream. I do think it's a little less coverage than the Missha BB cream, but this is like a solid low medium coverage. I'm using Taylor Wynn's coverage scale here. So like on the medium coverage spectrum, the Missha one is like a high medium, not quite full coverage. And this is like a solid low medium. Like, it is, it covers. And when I pair it with my It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Illumination powder, ooh, it is beautiful. It lasts all day. It's like perfection. Now that I've raved about this stuff, like, it is so good. And I'm so disappointed that I don't like the foundation because I love this tinted moisturizer so much. I just wish that the foundation was a little bit more like the Wet n Wild foundation. Honestly, if it was a little bit more like the Wet n Wild foundation, or even the L'Oreal foundation that I love, it would be so much better. But it's not. It's sad. It's not even like, it could be like the CYO. Like, that is more of a satin finish on my skin, and it still looked beautiful. ColourPop, I love you. You missed the mark for me on that one. But I love this, and I am so glad they didn't discontinue this like I thought they were going to when they released the foundation. That is all. Okay, so first off, we've got my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Tinted Moisturizer. Next is the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. Next is the CoverGirl in Olay Advanced Radiance Foundation. And then it is the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator, the Wet n Wild Dewy Foundation, and then last is the Missha BB Cream. All are pretty different. I would say that the CoverGirl in Olay and the Wet n Wild are the most similar. I'm trying to make sure I got good lighting here for you guys. And then the ColourPop one is a pretty similar shade and tone to the Wet n Wild and the CoverGirl as well. The Tarte is definitely the lightest, but like I said, it's also the lightest coverage. And then you can really see that gray tone that I was talking about before. And then the L'Oreal one is definitely the darkest. Like I said, it looks a little dark on me, but I think it works out okay. That's all. Just wanted to share some swatches with you guys. That is all for this video today, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Have you tried any of these foundations? What is your holy grail foundation? And let me know what you would like to see next from me. I would love it if you would subscribe and join the family. If you are subscribed, please turn on the notification bell so that you are notified every single time that I upload. Thank you so much. Have a great day.